Welcome to your 7.3 videocast. This is going to be all about adding fractions using models. So the essential question is, how can you add fractions with like denominators using models? So unlock the problem. Mrs. Clark made a loaf of bread. She used 1/8 of the bread for a snack and 5/8 of the bread for lunch. How much did she use for a snack and lunch? So there's our keyword, and. So we're going to be doing addition. Use a picture. 1/8 is 1/8 size piece of bread. 5/8 is 5/8 size pieces of bread. Shade 1/8 size piece. So go ahead and shade your 1. And then you're going to shade your other 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Mrs. Clark used how many total? So you would do 5 plus 1 is 6, or you could count your parts that you shaded. So she used 6/8 of the bread. Okay. Another way that you could do that is to use fraction strips. Okay. So the one strip represents the whole loaf. So this right here is the whole loaf. Okay. She used this 1/8 size piece right here, and then she goes on to use 5/8 size here. Okay, so it's kind of like shading, but you're comparing it to the whole in that way. Okay, so think in your head, the model shows 1/8 plus 5/8. We know that what's plus because it said and. Okay, so we know that we're adding. How many 1/8 size parts are shaded? Well, 6 of them are shaded. Oh, I'm sorry, we didn't shade these in. Should have shaded those. So we have our 1/8 and our 5/8. So 6/8 size parts. So Miss Clark used 6/8 of the bread. Okay. Okay, so down below, number 1 says, explain how the numerator of the sum is related to the fraction strip model. Okay, so the numerator of the sum, remember the numerator is the top number, so 6, how is that related to the fraction strip model? Well, I know that that's the number of shaded parts. 6 is the number. So I'm going to write the numerator is the total number of shaded 8 size parts. And then how is the denominator, so that would be this 8 here, related to the fraction strip model? So the denominator tells me how many parts to the whole and the size of those parts. So it's giving me 8 parts to the whole. So there's 8 parts in the whole. Denominator tells the size. Denominator tells the size of the parts. Sorry. All right. Turn to the next page, and it says Jacob needs 2 strips of wood to make the mast for a miniature sailboat. One mast will be 3 6-foot long. The other mast will be 2 6-foot long. He has a strip of wood that is 4 6-foot long. Is the strip of wood long enough to make both masts? Shade the model to show 3 6 plus 2 6. So remember, the denominator is going to show us the number of parts and their size. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have that. And we're going to shade in 3 of those 6. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that's our first mast. And then another 2 6. So 1, 2. And that's representing they called it the other mast. And it wants to know that, so, sorry, the sum of both of those pieces would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 6. Or you could just add the 3 and the 2. Is the sum less or greater than 4 6? Okay, and the sum is greater than. Okay, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, but our strip of wood is only 4 6 long. So we needed an extra foot that we didn't have. So it's greater than, so the strip of wood is not long enough. Explain how you use the number line to determine if the sum was less than 4 6. Okay, so the shaded parts that represent 5 6 when I drew those lines, that's what I was doing. The shaded parts that represent 5 6 end to the right, see right here, to the right of 4 6. Okay, 5 6 and 4 6. So we know that 4 6 is less, so we did not have enough. Okay, so we know that 5 6 is greater than 4 6. What if each mast was 2 6-foot long? Could Jacob use the strip of wood to make both masts? Okay, well, if he had 2 6 plus 2 6 would be equal to what? 2 plus 2 is 4. He still has the 6 parts. So, and he needed it to be 4 6. So would he be able to? Yes, he would. It would be the exact perfect size. Yes, because he would need 4 6, and that's how much he has. Okay. You're going to go and do the share and show. Numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Go ahead and start with numbers 3 and 5, and then go back and complete the rest when you're done with that.